Yo, what's happening, everybody? So I've been getting a lot of questions about my Warlock build. So I'm gonna do a little breakdown on how my Warlock build works and how you can use it efficiently for PvP and PvE. But this is mainly for PvE. This build. So this is my Starfire build. We're using Starfire protocol on this one, which is an exotic chess piece, and it gives you 2 fusion grenades. And grenades in kills will charge your rift, and it also charges super while you're in super. Let's take a look at what aspects and abilities I'm using. So I'm using a healing rift. This one's self-explanatory. It will heal you when you place the rift down. I'm using strafe glide just to get higher and a more directional control push. I'm using celestial fire, which sends out 5 pieces of ember towards targets and will scorch them or kill them if they are weak enough. Fusion grenade is definitely needed for this build. Definitely recommend using this one. Aspects I'm using are Icarus Dash. This makes me dodge, so I can dodge out the way of targets, or if I'm getting shot at quite quickly and I need to get in the cover, I can quickly just jump and dodge to the left or right. I can even dodge backwards and forwards as well if I need to make me get it somewhere quite quickly. Touch of Flame. This is a very good aspect to use. So Touch of Flame, it increases your grenade power and it gives you your grenades different abilities. As we can see here, it says your healing grenade, firebolt, and fusion grenade have enhanced functionality. Healing grenades will improve the strength of cure and restoration effects while applied. Solar grenades increase linger and duration. Periodically emits blobs of lava, which basically that means it just when you've got a solar grenade down, it will spit out lava out all over the place. It's quite cool. It's quite cool effect. Firebolt increases the target duration radius, so it just gives it a bigger blast radius. And the fusion grenade is what we're looking at today. Explodes twice. So yes. So not only do we get a second grenade charge for our fusion grenade due to fire protocol, with this one we get 4 technically, because each grenade will explode twice. So it will do 2 times the amount of damage per grenade. So it's technically like throwing 4 for the price of 1. Price of 2. Fragments, we've got Ember of Blistering, which ignite solar ignitions will grant you grenade energy. This will help you get your grenades back quicker. Ember of Searing, defeating scorched targets, grants you melee energy and creates fire sprites. Fire sprites we'll get onto a little bit in a minute or so once we look at the aspects. The artifact. This also gives you a 10+ recovery. Ember of Wandering, rapidly defeating multiple targets with solar ignitions, grants orbs of power. This will help you get grenades as well with the modifiers that I have on my armor. This also gives you a 10+ resilience, which will boost your stats. And Ember of Resolve. This is a must-have if you're running solo PvE and you want to run solar, because your solar grenade final blows will cure you. It doesn't heal you fully. Doesn't heal you fully, but I'm pretty sure it heals you about 30% of your health. So it's if you're firing one fusion grenade and it's exploding twice, every kill is giving you 30% health. So you can if you get a good ad clear, you can get full health. So that's the aspects and abilities. I'm also using Wall of Radiance. Wall of Radiance is being buffed this season because it has Radiant and Restoration. So Radiant has the ability to make things anti-barrier. Yeah, as you can see in the description at the bottom. Your weapons are enhanced by the power of the Traveler and deal increased damage to combatants. That's a known fact already. The little bit underneath is what we're talking about. While you are radiant, your weapons pierce through anti-barrier champions and stun them. So you can literally run any weapon at any time while standing in a wall of radiance, and you will have anti-barrier on that weapon. This was so fun the other day. I was running with a horde, with a well, and I was stunning a barrier champion with the Wither Horde. That's how good this is. If you manage to ignite opponents as well while standing in the wall, it can stun the unstoppable champions as well with solar ignition, as you can see in the second box. And also it can scorch targets as well when you place it down. Let's look at the build for the armor. So stats wise, is what you're looking for is pretty much resilience and discipline. Recovery is just a bonus. You don't really need it too much, but recovery is just a bonus. But you're looking for stats on resilience and discipline for this build to work properly. All my armor is artifice armor. All my armor that I'm using, all the legendary one, which you can only get from master dungeons like Grasp of Avarice and Duality. The armor I'm using is all Duality armor, because we did a massive farm on it last season, towards the end of it. Weapons, it doesn't matter what weapons you can use any weapon you want. These are just my preference weapons. So let's have a look at the helmet first. So helmet mods, I've got resilience just to boost my resilience up. I've got a discipline forged just to give an extra little bit of discipline boost. And then we've got hands on. Hands on is you get melee kills, you get super energy, which is good because you want to charge that well fast enough. Ashes to assets, gain super energy on grenade kills. This is a very, very good perk because you can run this. You can run this without hands on. To be fair, you can run double this, and you can get your grenade. Like your grenades will give you super energy quite fast. I like to use hands on because I'm quite punchy as well, so I kind of punch things quite a lot. But this one is definitely a must-have. Ashes to assets. So the more grenade kills you get, the faster your supercharge is back. And then I've just got heavy ammo scout, just for the extra find of heavy ammo. This one is not necessary. This one's just a preference. So if you wanted to, you could put another ashes to assets on and have double, and then hands on as well, which gives you a little extra boost on your super energy. On the gauntlets, I've got discipline twice just to boost up, but the most important ones are the grenade ones here. We've got firepower twice. Yeah. This just makes orbs of power when you get grenade final blows. That's all it does. But it's twice, so it's got more chance of boosting up the orb drop. And then we've got fastball, which just gives you a faster grenade distance. This one's a bit more of a PvP perk, but it's good for PvE if you need to get to a target that's quite far away and they're like sniping at you, or you've got like a Colossus with a beam cannon and you can't get close to it. This is a good perk to get that grenade stuck to him. The STARFIRE protocol, as we explained before, it gives you 2 fusion grenades, and it recharges the from empowered weapon damage. So if you're in a well and you're waiting for a grenade just for like a short while, if you do a couple bursts of a pulse rifle or a shot from a bow or something like this, or anything at all, any damage, it'll give you a grenade back. Fusion grenade kills grant rift energy as well. So if you're low on health and you need if you want a healing rift for your teammates and you don't have your rift back yet, get a grenade kill or 2, you have your rift back. On this one, I'm running sniper resistance and melee resistance just because the Cabal are quite punchy and they snipe a lot. So this is just the main reason. There's not really much perks on here that would rather use over these, except for maybe charged up, but we'll get onto that a little bit later. I don't really need charged up on this piece of armor. We're using on your leg armor, we're using recovery to boost the recovery stats, and discipline again just to boost the discipline up a little bit more. But the main ones are these ones here. These are all orb power enhancements. So recuperation, which are these 2, is if I pick up an orb of power, it will regenerate my health. So if I'm low on health and I can't get a grenade kill, but there is an orb of power on the floor, I can get double health regen from there. Orb of restoration, this one, if I pick up that same orb, it's going to give me class ability. But it's not only just going to give me class ability, but it's going to share the ability energy between the ones that have the least energy. So if my grenade is completely done and it's not recharging quick enough, I pick up an overpower, and that's my least charged energy, I'll get power back for it. And then, last but not least, the class item, which is my Warlock Bond. Double recovery on this one, just to boost it up. So we have a 95, 92, 92 on this one, which is a very good build. But most importantly, we've got the double bomber, which is an absolute must-have if you're running this build for grenades. Because double bomber, well, bomber itself has the perk of reducing your grenade cooldown by using your cast ability. So the faster you get your rift back, you place your rift down, you get, like, with this, about 50% of your grenade back. And then distribution, I should say, reduces all ability cooldowns when you use your class ability near targets. So if you're placing a rift and you're next to, say, one or two targets, you place that rift down, you'll not only just get half your grenade back, you'll get about 3/4 of your grenade back and ability energy for your melee or your rift as well. So these three are definitely a must. So that's how this build works, right? Let's just look at the artifacts so we can show you what we're using. We're using anti-barrier pulse rifle, overload bow, and unstoppable scout. I don't like the overload SMG. I think it takes too long to proc. I'd rather use a bow, where it takes one shot to do. Alright? That's just the reason I choose bow over SMG and overload AR. Also, as well, I can use void SMGs and auto rifles to go anti-barrier with volatile rounds, which I'll explain a little bit later on. We've got solar enhanced mods with authorized mods for solar and authorized mods for void and authorized grenades. All these ones do is make anything elemental. So like, I'll just show you and go back here. Like these ones are my grenade builds. These would normally cost 3. They will cost 3 parts of energy. They're all costing 1. You see, that's just because of that and that one mod. This one, the grenades. We've got shattered orbs. This one is if I break a combatant shield with the same elemental type as my weapon or ability, it will drop an orb. So if I break a shield, a solar shield colossal with my melee or grenade or something like that, it's going to drop me an orb of power. Or same with a void SMG or an arc SMG or anything like that. If you break the combatant shield, you get an orb of power. Solar surge. We make a lot of fire sprites during this, so this will give us armor charges. Volatile flow. This is a very, very good perk. This basically you pick up an orb of power. As long as you're using a void weapon, your bullets will come volatile. And when I said before about overflow SMG, I use funnel web quite a lot. This would prioritize overload over this one for the anti-barrier. Yeah, it will still give me the volatile flow. Like I'll still have volatile rounds on the overload SMG, but if I'm using an SMG and I get volatile rounds and I come up against an anti-barrier champion, I can stun that anti-barrier champion with the volatile rounds I have.
I see it on camera. They're tapping in
Brits and Beyond, defeating powerful combatants with a void weapon has a chance of generating heavy ammo for your allies. I run a lot of void heavy weapons, so this is a good perk for me, as I can drop a lot of heavy ammo for my teammates. Void weapon channeling isn't going to work on this build. It's mainly for void subclass, but it can it boosts your weapon damage for voids a lot as well. And then we just got medieval champion, which basically just gives us unstoppable glaive and overload swords. That's all that does. But unstoppable glaive is really fun. It's fun for solo content, and you can do stuff like that as well. It's better than running a scout sometimes. If you're running like a Legend Lost Sector or something like that, and you want to run something fun, you can run a glaive over a scout rifle. And that's the mods and the artifact all covered on this one. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go into a Lost Sector now, and I'm just going to show you how this build works and you can see for yourself and how it works and stuff like that. So we're just gonna go into the lost sector over here, the phronodrome, and I'm just gonna show you how it works.
I'm detecting a major Vex force inside, Guardian, and lots of utility access. We should find out if this building is critical infrastructure. Sam, are you on comms?
Yeah, what's up, bud?
So if I take a bit of damage, let me take a bit of damage.
Structure on the waterfront.
So you see how I've taken a bit of damage, yeah? So if I stick this guy with a grenade, I get my health back, see? That's the Ember of Restoration. The one that heals me. And I made a fire spray as well, so I'm getting some grenade energy back.
It's what? Like
Up here there's a lot of ads, so I'm going to pop my wall here. And then I'm just going to grenade. And I watch my grenade recharge. Yeah, so I melee, get another kill. I can place my rift down as well, doesn't matter, because I'm in restoration anyway. And I'm just making everything just making grenades. If I need grenade energy, look at my grenade charge, you see? So I can throw 2 grenades here. Right? So now I have no grenade yet. It's Hydra's still up. I can shoot it. I've got half my grenade back. I've got my full grenade back. That's how fast my grenade charges in a well. The reason I like Warlock so much is that it has unrelenting on it as well, which gives you healing as well if you get on kills. Like precision kills will give you healing. And look how much like I've just literally used my super like 2 seconds ago. I'm pretty much already there. Because I'm using assets and I'm using hands-on. Look how much, there you go. Grenade back with 1 throw. Super's back already. Supercharge. And there was the orb of power I said about the so save again. Get a grenade back. So this guy's got a void shield. A breaking void shield. And there's my orb of power. That's shattered orbs. That's gonna give you that one. There we go. There's my fire sprite. We get my fire sprite. We get the orb back. We get this orb as well. Regenerating all my abilities. Get the fire spray. So we're already at champion multiple super on this one. And then we kill this guy. Just like that. Beautiful. This is the second Minotaur. Super low. And then we just keep grenading.
Sam, there's a Vex portal accessing the building's mainframe.
And that's basically it. That's like how the super works. I can get my super back pretty really.
What?
I would say
You've
about
got to get in there and stop it.
30 seconds, 40 seconds within using my super. I'm just grenading constantly. My super regen is supposed to be 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and I can get it back within 1.5 at the maximum. You know what I mean? So it's a very good build, a very good strong build. That's a juicer because that's power. So yeah, I hope you have fun with this one, guys, and I'd like to see your comments. And if you like this video, please drop a like for me and subscribe to the channel for me. I'm going to be dropping a few more videos about this on different builds. We're going to try and do a Warlock Void build video a little bit later on, and it will show you how that one's done as well. That will be using the volatile rounds and a Nezarec Sin headpiece. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, guys, and please drop a like and drop a comment in the comment sections on how you feel this build is. and how you find the build as well. I'd like to know what your experience is.